EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Washington football team and the Carolina Panthers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The play fake, and it's Darnold. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A first down carry for Henry. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly prep.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Darnell Mooney, 53 yards. And the Panthers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Wentz now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Wentz on third down. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Taken in at the 11. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say, when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Derrick Henry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. On first down, Henry down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Derrick Henry, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
On the return, Deontay Harris. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Wentz's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz caught on the right side by Jones. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Wentz.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
picked by Kendall Fuller, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. Throwing on second and long. Wentz.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw is Wentz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long. Working from the gun, Wentz. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, it's Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Darnell Mooney. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Panthers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On second down, it's Jones. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Airing one out for Boyd. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Flushed out right. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw, Darnold. A check down here for Henry. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Meanwhile, Darnold's throw complete there to Bateman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Darnold on 1st down. Touchdown, Panthers. Nelson Aguilar from 19 yards away. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 28-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now Wentz.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Merrick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away.
Back deep, Deontay Harris.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break.
That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Wentz. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Here's Wentz to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.